Hello, guys. Welcome to Viva Barça and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with Joao Cancelo, as it has been reported that Barca now are the best positioned club to sign the 60 million euro rated Manchester City outcast. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Secondly, talking about Manchester City midfielder Bernardo Silva, as it has been reported that the player is still pushing for a possible move to Barca despite links to Saudi Arabia. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into the stories in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Earlier today, Fabrizio Romano reported that Manchester City and Joao Cancelo are certain to part ways in the summer transfer window. He also added that Barcelona held the strongest interest in the Portuguese right back as he stares at an exit from the Etihad, although a move will depend on their financial fair play situation first. Building on those claims, Sport is now reporting that Barcelona are the best positioned club to sign Cancelo in the upcoming transfer window. The Blaugrana have been chasing the 29-year-old signing since the January transfer window. Efforts were made to sign him on loan in the winter, but the move fell through as Cancelo ended up joining Bayern Munich instead, with the Bavarians opting against triggering his 70 million euro purchase option on him. The right back is back at Man City, where he has no future following the falling out with manager Pep Guardiola. Barca, who are maintaining a strong interest in Cancelo, believe that they have the best chances of signing him as long as a good offer for his permanent signing does not arrive. Arsenal, for one, had shown an interest in taking the former Juventus ace permanently. However, the report claims that talks between the Gunners and the Citizens have somewhat stalled of late, leaving the doors open for Barcelona now. The La Liga champions intend to sign Cancelo, whose market value currently is 60 million euro, on loan, and have conveyed their interest to the Premier League title holders via super agent Jorge Mendes. Barca are aware of the Portuguese star's registration could come with some problems, can pose challenges due to the high wages and the club's salary limit issues. However, the defender is prioritizing the move to Barcelona and knows that he will have to reduce his salary if he wishes to secure a transfer to Catalonia. Of course, any top player coming to Barca is now a norm that the salaries must be cut. That's Barca nowadays. Of course, we know that the issue of financial fair play have dealt with us mercilessly. And of course, it has not been easy. Last summer, we saw the way Laporta tried his best to ensure that things could be done well. If not, without the risk that Laporta took by selling economic levers, activating stuffs, and of course selling some shares of the club, Barcelona could have been still lingering in fact a single trophy could have not met us. And of course now, even though now they say we cannot sell any economic lever again, but Laporta is trying his best to ensure that everything is being regulated. From salaries of players should be, in fact, he wants to put a scale. He wants to put a limit of salaries. And of course, if any player coming to Barca, he needs to know that salaries are like this, are like that. You cannot go above this salary, and so on and so forth. And of course, Joao Cancelo, who have been strongly linked with Barca for such a long time, who is a highly rated right back across the world, of course, is one of the players that Barca really want to add in their ranks this summer. We know that right back has been a position that have created a lot of problems. It have not That right back position have not been stable for a very long time since Dani Alves left in 2016. So I think it was of utmost importance for the Catalan Giants to look for a new right back. Cancelo have been the most talked about in that area. But Barca's idea is to bring him on a loan deal. They don't want to even go for permanent. They know for sure that it can't work. It can't work, you know. So Barcelona are hoping that a loan move will work So, but the player still needs to give a go ahead because it still depends on City and the player. If they think the loan move is not a good thing, then that's where there should be problems. And of course, he needs to also reduce his salary if he wants to join Barca. He needs to reduce his salary. For sure, that isn't a strange thing. Players have come and they reduced their salaries. Players like we saw Lewandowski last season, who was taking a lot at Bayern, sacrificed large chunks of money just to play for Barca. And that is how many of these top players who will come this season might also be forced to take such a decision. Of course, we need a right back, and I think Cancelo is the best player now for us to keep in that position. He's the best in that position for now, and of course, having him at least on a loan deal would be great. I think if he does well in that position, Barca will do all their best to ensure that signing him permanently next season will be a reality. Then moving on to the final story of discussion, after approaching the likes of Karim Benzema, Ronaldo, Ruben Neves, Kante, of course, Saudi Arabia have set their sights on Bernardo Silva. This is according to a report that suggested City playmaker Bernardo Silva has received lucrative offers from Saudi Arabia recently. Talks have taken place with the player's agent George Mendes. Bernardo Silva is one of the players Xavi has long liked to sign ever since he was appointed as the coach of Barca. The Spaniard is a huge admirer of Bernardo Silva, the City superstar, as he feels he could be the ideal partner of Pedri in that interior midfield position. Barca were closely linked with a move for Bernardo Silva last summer, but the transfer did not materialize as the club simply did not have enough funds to do so. They are facing a similar situation this time around though. This is despite the fact that Bernardo Silva has shown the desire to leave City in the summer window in favor of a new adventure elsewhere. Barcelona were touted as one of the destinations along with Paris Saint-Germain. But as per this report, appears Saudi Arabia has emerged as the latest suitor for Silva. The country has offered him a lucrative deal as they anticipate the player to leave the Etihad next summer. Silva, for his part, prefers remaining in Europe amid interest from Barca and PSG, but the report suggests the playmaker is evaluating all options no matter what and will play a decision received please. The player has received pleas to even continue at City as well. Nevertheless, Saudi Arabia's approach is yet another reminder that the dynamics of the transfer market in Europe are being disrupted due to vast amount of money being offered by the oil-rich nation. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.